Hello friends, welcome to my channel Power BI Skills. Through this channel, I share with my viewers a lot of tips, tricks and best practices in order to develop stunning dashboards in Power BI. In today's video, I'm going to share with my viewers few tips to transform your basic level dashboard to a pro level dashboard in Power BI. This video is meant for the beginners as most of my viewers might already be aware of formatting options in Power BI. However, I'm sure that beginners would be able to make full use of these tips. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Friends, before we proceed further, I would request you to please like and share my videos and subscribe my channel. This would help me to create more such useful contents for my viewers. So this is a basic level sales report or sales dashboard. It's very bland with standard white background. On the other hand, we have a next level sales report which is far more professional and have a colorful background and a separate filter pane. You can see this filter pane on the right hand side. So it is your personal choice to have your reports in white background or the colorful background. But I prefer to have a colorful background with my organization's logo in the background to make it far more professional and attractive. In this video, we will follow 3 simple steps to transform our dashboard. I will perform these steps in this video so that you will be able to understand how to perform these steps in the practical scenario. Let's move further. Step 1. First, we have to change the background of our dashboard. So it is always preferable if we can use our organization's logo in case we are working or associated with any organization. Or sometimes the organizations have their official template. So we can use that template as a background of our report. So this is the basic sales report we have. Let me change the background of this report as mentioned in step 1. I'll be using my channel's background for this report. So let me first go to view format and I'll click on format. I'll go to canvas background. I'll go to image. I'll browse that. I'll select the background image. Click open. So now I will go to canvas background. I will make transparency to 0. So now you can see that this background is appearing in the sales report. Now let's move on to our step 2. So after changing the background, we will have to make all our visuals transparent and change the font color of the visuals to white because the background which we have selected is a dark background. So let's do that. I'll select the visual. I will go to size and style. I will go to background and I will make this background 100% transparent. I'll follow the same steps for other visuals as well. Select other visual and make this background transparent, and similarly for card visual as well. and I'll select headers, go to size and style. In case of headers, since this is a shape, I will go to shape style, scroll down to fill, and here I will make this 100% transparent. Now the next step is we'll have to change the font size from black to white. So in case of header, I will go to text, and here I will change the color to white. I'll follow the same step for other visuals as well. Go to card visual. In the title, I will change the color to white, and I will go to the callout values, and here I will change this color to yellow. So you can see now it is showing it clearly uh, with the dark background. So let's follow the same step for other visuals as well. I'll select the column visual. I'll go to title, and change the color to white. Similarly, I would change the title of x-axis and y-axis as well in the column visual. So I'll go to first x-axis. I'll change the color of values to white, and I would also change the title color to white. Same process I will follow for y-axis as well. Change the values to white, and similarly change the title font to white. Another thing which I will do, I will remove the visual borders. For that, I will go to size and position. I will deactivate the visual border. Similarly, I will select the pie chart or donut chart, I would say, and remove the visual borders. I will change the title color to white. I will change the legend colors to white, and I would also change the values to white. Now we are done with uh, all the formatting. I would also remove the visual borders for card as well. Follow the same process. I will go to size and style and deactivate the visual borders. So next I will format the slicer as well. I'll select the slicer, and I will change the slicer header, change the font color of slicer header to white, and I would also change the values, sorry, the background color to a light color, let's say a peach color. I'll follow the same steps in the next slicer. I will change the slicer header color to white, and I would change the background of the slicer to a light color. One thing which I have noticed that in column chart I have not changed the color of data labels. So I'll change the color of data label to yellow. And one last thing which I can see, I am not able to see the title of my channel at the bottom, which is not appearing. So I will go to format, and I will go to canvas background, and in the image fit I would select the option fit. Now you can see the the background is clearly appearing. I'll just adjust my visuals. So I'll just reduce the size of my visual so that those would be clearly visible. I'll reduce the size of the map visual as well. So other thing which I'll do, I will insert a shape which is rounded rectangle. I'll add this in my column visual. So I have added this rounded rectangle over the column visual. I will go to shape style. I will change the color to white. I will make it 90% transparent, and I would remove the borders. I'll go to shape style, and I would reduce the rounded corner to 10%. So I will follow the same step for other visuals. I would copy this rounded corner rectangle and create a duplicate, and I'll create the same rounded corner for other visuals as well, except the map visual. Same I would follow for the card visual as well. Step 2 is done. Now let's move on to a step 3. As per step 3, we'll have to add a filter pane in our dashboard. So let's move on to the dashboard and add the filter pane. To add a filter pane, I would first reduce the size of my column visual. I would reduce the size, and I would drag my slicers towards the bottom. I would add a new shape. I would add a rectangle shape, and I would create this rectangle shape like this so that this would cover the right side of the entire report. And I will change the color to black. For that I will go to shape style, and in fill I would change the color to black, and I would remove borders, and then I will go to format, and I would select the drop down on send backward, and I will click on send to back. So once I'll click on this, you can see my slicer values which were appearing behind the rectangle, black rectangle, is now clearly visible here. I'll just drag the filter. Okay, the other thing which I'll do, I will select the header, and I will position this value to, or align it towards the right hand side. And I would insert another shape, another rectangle shape, and change this color to black, and remove the borders. So this is the final version of the dashboard, uh, which we have transformed, and this is looking far more professional and far better than the previous version of the dashboard like this. I hope you have learned these simple formatting steps on transforming your dashboard and reports and make it more professional and impactful. And I hope you will be able to apply these steps while creating your Power BI reports. In case you have any questions or queries, you can reach out to me by writing your questions and queries in the comments field of this video, and I will revert on it as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, friends. Take care. Bye bye.